I don't think I've ever had a squash.
Squash is delicious.
What do you eat it as?
Squash, but
This Chiefs team,
man.
and everybody talks about how AJ picked the Chargers because how good the Chargers play the Chiefs, and that was the point. That was evident yet again last night. And shout out to the Chargers having a fucking great game. Now, 2 minutes left in the game, the way you go about scoring there and thinking about Patrick Mahomes on the other side, down 3, it's a whole situation there. And who knows if you could take things back, you score that quick. And did the Chiefs let them score that quick? And we're happy they scored that quick. Who knows? They're in field goal range. You do your thing. You have to score. Not taking a shot at Staley at all. Just saying interesting situation for them to end up in, for us to have to talk about, because you give Patrick Mahomes that much time to come back. You obviously know at this stage of his career, at this stage of life, Patrick Mahomes is going to make plays. Not only running, obviously, but the dude he's got playing tight end for him in Travis Kelce is the best football player on any field that he's ever walked onto. Now, he's high-stepping on one touchdown. This one, he's breaking tackles and skirting into the end zone. But they go up 4 after the extra point is kicked there late in the game to beat a division rival. But Travis Kelce is fucking unguardable. Yeah. He's unstoppable. And whenever they need it and got to have it, and we're getting to that point of the season, look at this high step. Travis Kelce is fucking unguardable. Yeah. He's unstoppable. And whenever they need it and got to have it, and we're getting to that point of the season, look at this high step. The picture that he has, he posted on his IG story, and the caption he put on there is high stepper. He's up to 11 receiving touchdowns this season, tied for the most in his career. He's on pace for a career high in catches, yards, and touchdowns this season. He's 33 years old, and he now has 33 games with 100-plus yards or more, which is more than everybody who broke Gronkowski's record. He's going to go down as statistically greatest tight end of all time.
Yeah, the guy's unstoppable at this point. You can't. Like, you can do whatever you want. It's not going to happen.
Punt return to win the game.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if they were trying to kick that ball out of bounds or they were saying, hey, just got to cover a kick. Let's cover a kick. We are a team that practices. We have a good punter. Sure. We got to do our thing. They're on the 32-yard line. He hits a bomb, end over end, right down the middle of the field. Not high enough, certainly far enough. A lot of field to have to defend. One cut, hit the wall, boom. Punter misses, and all of a sudden the New England Patriots, in a game that was 3-3 all the way until there was 8 seconds left in the fucking game, win with a punt return. And obviously that's Belichick. Belichick talking about it afterwards, knowing that this is how this game was going to be. The Jets are always a tough team. We're prepared. We're ready. They get a win. They're still in the playoffs. The Jets are almost dead now, with Zach Wilson saying after the game that he does not feel like he's let down the defense. No. Have you feel like you let down anybody? No. It moves on.
As an offense, though, I mean, when you guys are only able to score 3 points, the defense only lets up 3 points. I mean, do you feel like you let the defense down at all?
No.
Well, he had 2 yards of offense in the second half. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver for the Jets, rookie, said, hey, that's horseshit.
It's just not okay. I mean, straight up, it's not okay. We had how many total yards we had?
100, a little over 100.
Yeah, that's just not gonna fly. So
Bob Saleh asked about it. He says that's dog shit.
Yeah, it's dog shit.
Zach Wilson says, No,
we'll
move on. We'll gritty right through this whole thing. I feel like there's a chance that Zach's about to get packed and move on for the other team, not only because the defense probably heard that and is not happy about it, not only because Bob Saleh has openly said that the offense that he is running is dog shit, but because there's a veteran sitting in that building.
Goddamn right.
That is ready to take over those young bucks and maybe get them on a run. But nonetheless, the New York Jets have benched Zach Wilson. Adam Schefter has reported that during a team meeting this morning, Jets players were informed that Zach Wilson is not the starter. Who is the starter? Now it is being alleged. Mike White is the starter over Joe Flacco. If you do recall, Mr. White led the Jets on an incredible offensive performance against the Cincinnati Bengals last year. Then he came in and played against the Indianapolis Colts. In one drive, made some plays, moved the team. The hype was real. Zach Wilson was able to watch Mike White do well. He lost feeling in his arm or something in the middle of that game, left the game. They end up losing. Colts win. The story of Mike White's career kind of ended that day because he was riding a high. Now, he's getting an opportunity to come back with an incredible team who has everything in front of him still. Zach Wilson's NFL career in jeopardy.
Mike White comes in, he starts balling out. How do you go back to Zach Wilson? I mean, they're 6-4. They're still in the playoffs, basically.
And if Zach lost the locker room already.
Yeah.
And we're not saying he did. I would assume he did, just by how he gave the answer. Not that he gave the answer. The fact that he gave the answer, I don't think that is what lost the locker room. I think he had no connection with the locker room, and that led to him giving that answer. The Jets average averaged 2.77 inches per play in the second half.
Unbelievable.
2.77 inches per play in the second half against Patriots. Patriots have been able to do that to a lot of people. Remember, the Colts had -2 yards in the entire first quarter. And then the second quarter, they didn't have much against Patriots. And that's why Jeff Saturday is currently coaching the Indianapolis Colts, because Jim Irsay saw what was happening on the field with all the money he spent and said, I ain't hiring any of the motherfuckers that are on this current this ain't. We need somebody new. We need new ideas. That ship has sailed, is probably what Irsay actually said. Twitter's still alive.
What?
Unbelievably.
How?
Twitter's still working.
What's that about?
I don't know.
Last stand, I assume.
Oh, just like
Yeah.
the power is running out.
Right. Like almost through Thanksgiving and then dead.
Is that what everybody was saying? Because I didn't think, I thought they said it wouldn't
No,
make
yeah.
it.
We weren't even supposed to make it to today.
Today, we were done last
We were
night,
done, yeah.
midnight.
Yeah, midnight last night was supposed to be brrr, just the end
No
of
more
it.
Twitter.
Yeah.
The bird chirp, chirp.
Yeah.
You open the app, and it's just a duck hunting game.
Yeah. Oh.
With the Twitter bird going like this, and then somebody, poof, and then it, that's what I thought it was going to be. Turns out it's still around. Whoa. Wow.
Don't get your hopes up too much. They must have just pushed the deadline back to like Thursday or something.
Yeah.
Oh, because the World Cup?
Yeah. They
Exactly.
wanted us to be able to enjoy the USA game today, and then
World Cup's going well. If you want me to sign something that is materialistic, cool. Body, I never like doing it. This guy was just chilling there, real quiet, you know, kind of hanging out. And I'm like, what's up, man? What's your name? And he goes, hey, sign my arm or whatever. And I'm like, you really want me to do that? He's like, I'm going to get it tattooed. And I immediately was like, no. Yeah. No. And he was like, no, I'm going to do it or whatever. And then he gives the phone to one of the other guys that was waiting around. And I'm literally like in the video, like explaining, I do not want this guy to do this. This is his first tattoo. Hey, I appreciate the hell out of you, Tanner. You're a good dude.
Tanner.
Now, I do not want anybody else to do this. This is not something I am openly calling for. Actually, the complete opposite. And then Dane Orshlovsky's on the internet this morning. Not only did he throw everybody under the bus in the press conference, yesterday, he didn't even know what the plays were. He said yesterday.
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 Who?
Dane. Yesterday.
Like on purpose?
Every day he
That's
says
how he
yesterday.
says
It's like, yesterday, he says it in a, I guess that's Connecticut
Yeah.
accent, I guess.
Bro, yesterday, Josh McDaniels had a fucking career-saving, altering win for the Raiders.
Yeah, I wouldn't say.
Fudging, excuse me. Come on.
Anyways,
Shoot.
it appeared as if Zach Wilson was running one play yesterday and everybody else was running a different play yesterday. And that can be found on Dan Orlovsky's Twitter. I say Dahn, so I guess I can't really talk. But when he says yesterday, I always like, I'm like, there it is.
Yeah, and you're from Pittsburgh, and he is from Connecticut, so a little different.
What, Connecticut people don't talk like that?
No. I'm from 20 minutes north of Boston, and I don't say yesterday. People in Boston have the Boston accent. People.
Oh, that's a Boston accent you're saying.
We have the no R's. Yesterday.
What does Bruce say? Because he's
Bruce
from
doesn't say yesterday. Bruce says yesterday.
Bruce.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
There it is.
Sounds like you made that one up.
I think it's New York.
I'm walking
See, and that's why
Hijack.
Connecticut sucks. Boom! That's why Connecticut sucks right
Yeah, you
there.
just pick
They're
Boston
stuck in the
and New
fucking
York
middle,
and
and they
hijack one of
can't
them.
decide.
What do you say, though, Bruce, honestly?
Just yesterday.
Yeah.
Just
Connecticut
standard.
accent is the proper pronunciation of everything.
So what you just said, what Ohio people say. I've had a couple friends who maybe went to the same high school as this guy, so I assume they're all taught the same, brainwashing situation. The American English language is heard in its purest form in the state of Ohio. We do not have any Isn't that what you
Movies, TV shows, they all have like the Midwest Ohio accent. You're right.
Okay.
That's what they say. They believe that. I just want to let you know they fucking. And this isn't like a bit. Do you think you'd get back into coaching if you were able to have an actual?
Boom.
There's IQ fixing a
Grinder. Doing the dirty
12
work.
years, 12 years. Okay, 12 years. Obviously in the NFL, numerous different programs, organizations. Ends up winning a Super Bowl. Welcome to coaching. Fix our fucking printer, you fat lord.
Now.
We got a paper jam. Call it.
Put
Put
Not
a
that you
fucking
should-
mask
Put your
on.
mask on, right? Come on.
By the way, we're not saying that we don't think AQ should have to do this. As a part of a team, he would want to do this if the printer wasn't working. But it's like the menial tasks that you are basically being laid out.
That's the fucking sheet that I ripped out.
Great work.
Hey, thank you for fixing
I
it.
fixed gold star for that.
But it is like your job description is like, okay, you'll fix printers. Jimmy G's a free agent at the end of the season. They fuck around and win a Super Bowl this year, which seems like they have the makings to do it. What do? Do you try to trade Trey Lance? You're not going to get 3 firsts. You have to re-sign Jimmy G. What do you think you do?
You gotta keep him.
I think you have to.
Yeah, you hoisted Lombardi. Like,
You got to keep.
Trey Lance wasn't able to do shit with his. I mean, and maybe it's because he didn't know what he was doing. But
I've been the biggest fan of Jimmy. I love what he does. He's the perfect.
What's your dad text you last night?
My dad texted me. He goes, "What's wrong with this? Like, this guy's a good quarterback. What is wrong with this?"
The standard yinzer. I don't know what we're looking for. Oh, this guy does win fucking
This guy does win. What you do with Trey Lance moving forward?
Big bump this week.
This might be the biggest one all year. Check out Trey Smith. This guy went in the 6th round because he had some medical history coming out of college, out of Tennessee. He was the best guard, I thought, in the draft. Guy plays like a dog.
Now he's putting medical history in other people's hands. That's what he's doing.
That's right.
Big bump, big bump.
Here we go. Okay, we're going to work inside. Let's be a good guard. Let's help my center for a second. Now, let's get our eyes back outside.
Holy shit, AJ.
First class ticket to Big Bump
Is that
City.
illegal?
That's 100% legal.
Nah, it seems illegal.
What do they say in basketball, right?
Boom.
They tell the point guards
shit get hit.
not to come in the paint, right? And then what they tell the point guards, don't come in the paint?
Never
Hey,
come
corners. Sorry, D-Butt. Hey, corners. Stay out of the trenches.
Boom! Oh! There's big bodies in there. Is your thumb a problem? Listen. Hey, Aaron. Hey. You hear me? Aaron, you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I've watched you play football a long time, dude. You have this natural ability, it seems like, to put a football wherever the fuck you want it. Then after the game, I hear you say, for the first time ever, threw a couple wobblers, threw a couple misses. That ain't you. That ain't Aaron. I saw you throw a Bud Light 70 yards to a guy on a fucking jet ski. Was it a mental thing? Is your thumb really messed up?
Well, there was some wind as well. I wasn't talking necessarily about the throws. You don't throw a perfect spiral in the Green Bay wind. It's going to be a couple wobblers. My thumb is what it is. It's been an issue since the Giants, but not an issue that I'm going to rely on for an excuse or need. Missed 2 throws. I probably hit 99 out of 100, and people are wondering what's going on. I've broken other fingers in the past. I played a season, a stretch in college with my index finger, my throwing hand broken. I broke my pinky on both hands. If I still feel I can go out there and throw it the way I throw it, then obviously I'm going to keep playing.
There are people that prefer the white meat of a turkey. I don't understand those people at all. Are you a guy who likes to
I'm a white meat guy, but if you fuck it up and it's dry, yeah, it is terrible, and I am a dark meat guy.
I don't even fuck with it. You're telling me there is white turkey that isn't dry?
Oh, yeah, delicious.
I don't even think about that side of the fucking turkey.
I'll be honest with you. Never had a good piece of white meat turkey until I moved to Indiana. And I believe it's because the turkeys of Western Pennsylvania drink out of the rivers and the rust drains the juiciness from their bodies.
I like white meat, but then I'll eat the drumsticks. I like drumsticks.
You're a white meat guy, huh? Because it's healthier? Is that why you stick with it?
I don't know. Is it technically healthier for you?
You tell me, dude.
Honestly, I don't really know.
The dark meat isn't more unhealthy than white meat. Everybody that eats white meat is completely wrong.
On one bird, why is one part of it less healthy than the other? Are we eating the turds there with the dark meat or something?
I love eating just turkey shit then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Both white and dark meat have positive nutritional qualities. White meat contains less fat and calories than dark meat. However, the differences are very small.
We all know the best side is stuffing. Zero question. It is delightful, especially if it has a little crunch. Not every piece should be crunchy,
Agreed.
but some of the pieces should be crunchy. Even though I've had the homemade stuffing, which I appreciate the effort and I appreciate everything you've done, the stovetop folks already have it figured out. Don't need you to waste your time doing that. This is the year that we all decide that there is no reason at all for mashed potatoes to be forced into the Thanksgiving meal. We can get any other type of fucking potato.
Dude!
Any other potato. Literally. Worst potato possible, mashed potato. You know steak fries? Fries are good. Steak fries, not good. You know why? Because they put fucking mashed potatoes inside of them. Let's go mac and cheese, right? We're getting mac and cheese on this.
We can all agree that the worst thing by far is cranberry sauce.
Yes.
Just
I don't
unneeded.
fuck with it at all.
As soon as you put that on your plate, you're better off just throwing everything in the garbage.
It's like a meatball sub.
Well, I don't know about that.
I'm a big sweet potato guy. I will eat mashed sweet potato.
Yes.
Squash. You mean squash? That's what you're eating is squash. Squash is what you should be eating. If you're eating anything that is the color of sweet potatoes, it should be squash. And squash is one of the main parts of a traditional Thanksgiving.
I don't think I've ever had a squash.
Squash is delicious.
What do you eat it as?
Squash? What do you mean?
There's so much mashed potatoes on my plate, you can barely see.
All right, Herbie. Have a great Thanksgiving, Herbie. All right, thank you for the call, man. All right, sweet. What's this guy's problem?
I was gonna wear a hat, but I didn't want to mess my hair up.
Got the Von Miller going on the back.
Buckets!
Big Nut spit in my mouth.
For fun. Why?
I asked him a question and he spoke and he said, and basically I was like, I was closing my mouth for my question and it made it in.
Already.
Did you acknowledge it?
Oh, yeah, of course. Everybody saw it. I mean, fucking loogie just went into the guy's mouth. You got to
Oh.
talk about it. Maybe that's why I didn't get COVID for a long time.
Probably
Because I had big
nut.
nuts in my mouth.
Antibodies. The antibodies.
You got
Big
the
nut
big
and the
nut
antibodies,
bodies.
yeah.
Oh my God.
I got an away kit, dude. This was the mission statement, basically, from the team to everybody that got one of these jerseys. If you want to win in this era, it takes more than a couple stars to earn your stripes. And if you want to win on this stage, you have to kill your egos before you can kill giants, which is why this team is built different. So when other teams see a pitch, we see a proving ground, a place to show the world that there's a world of difference between what they think we can do and what we know we can. One nation, under the radar, over the weight, and about to work. Because champions aren't defined by what happened to them 4 years, 4 matches, or 4 minutes ago. They're measured by how they respond in the moments after, with the ball at their feet and a chip on their shoulder, ready to ball and be a problem. 11 players with 11 different paths, playing in the present with one pulse and with only one direction to go. Only forward.